And boys are back, and we're joined by Mr. Steph Curry and
LeBron James.
Don't forget about Michael Jordan right here.
Jordan.
So we picked it out a little for you guys. Hopefully you like the background. Let us know.
Last we made a basketball video.
Yeah.
We had Messi posters and Bayern Munich.
Yeah. So we always switch it up. Keep you on your toes. But we're here not to talk about LeBron, Steph, or Jordan, but a player maybe comparable to them. Who knows?
We're talking about a guy who maybe 10 years down the line, we're still making these videos, and we might have his poster up on the wall.
Yeah.
It's Ben Simmons, the rookie. Has had a polarizing career so far, from his day when he started at LSU to today. You know, we talk about his college season a lot, how he didn't try. He went to this like really bad program, and then he talked about the NCAA, didn't go to class. Then he misses his whole first season. There's a lot of doubts coming into the rookie season, but he's lived up to the hype.
I think he's lived up to the hype like extremely well. I think everything said about him, everything in his past, you can forget about that. Ben Simmons is the real deal, and he's by far, in my opinion, the best rookie so far in this class.
I think so too. He looks like a third-year guy in there or something.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a rookie. His numbers are quite.
It does help
unreal.
that he did miss his first year, but he still was in an NBA environment. Even though he wasn't playing, he was still in that system, still learning the lifestyle of the NBA. So that does help.
No, obviously he's not as raw as like Alonzo Ball or Jason Tatum or the rookies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, as far as rookie seasons go, and it is officially his rookie season.
Yeah.
This is one of the best that I've seen in recent memory. He's dominating on both ends of the floor as the playmaker.
He's even
finishing at the rim.
Yeah, he's even said himself he thinks he should be playing better than he is right now, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
It's insane to think that Ben Simmons thinks that he should be playing better than he is already, because he's through 9 games. He's been putting up 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 9.8 assists per 35 minutes, shooting 50% from the field, and he has a 23% usage rate, which is incredible.
You know what, and you bring up that saying, I think it's really interesting. One of the main criticisms about Ben Simmons coming out of college was that it seemed like maybe he didn't care about basketball that much. He didn't care about winning.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of just coasting by his natural talents, you know, trying to make some money. And you did hear that a lot in the pre-draft process. But now, here's a guy who worked extremely hard in the offseason to get himself back into shape to play in his rookie season, who clearly demands the world out of himself, because if this isn't good enough for a rookie, I mean, what were his expectations of himself?
I think it really shows that Ben Simmons is the leader of this team, because the Sixers are right now 5-4, over 500 for the first time in 4 years.
Yeah, and I think he fits really well with the team. You know, you look at guys like Robert Covington, even Joel Embiid with his 3-point shooting ability, that's completely opened up for them. JJ Redick and other guys. Because Ben Simmons is such a good passer, commands so much attention, and he'll find you when you're open by the 3-point line. And I think that also plays into the Sixers 5-4 start. Not just his play, but how much he makes everyone around him better. And then we saw last year with Embiid playing the way he was. Now you add Simmons to that, and this team is legit, man.
It really makes you think, was it worth all the tanking that they've done? Was the process worth it, this whole Sam Hinkie situation?
Was the process trustworthy?
Yeah, and they've gotten essentially 2 cornerstones to build around. Who knows if Fultz will pan out or not, but like, it doesn't really matter, because they got these 2 guys in Embiid and Simmons who can be stars in this league for sure.
I think they complement each other so well too, because they're both big guys, but they can handle the ball. Embiid can really shoot it, and Simmons can really distribute it from guys their size.
Simmons is playing the point guard on this team, being listed at 6'10". He's the point guard of this team, not the point forward. He's playing the point guard.
It's quite amazing, and you know, he's finding ways to play around his lack of shooting. You know, he has a good floater. He's really good at finishing around the rim. Excellent in transition. I mean, obviously the shot has to come, and hopefully for him and for fans of him, hopefully it does come later on in his career. But I think as of now, this is a guy who's just finding ways to make plays, and he's really creative, works hard. It's hard to find many guys in their first year being that impactful.
And so far, if we compare his rookie season, we can compare this rookie season he's having to rookie seasons of NBA greats like Magic Johnson, LeBron James, and
thanks to Basketball Reference's Play Index for this. It's a great statistical site. Just nice to play around with it and find stats. So on a per game basis, comparing Ben Simmons' rookie season to Magic Johnson and LeBron James, who I think are 2 guys that we could really compare their styles to.
Yeah.
Now obviously this has been 9 games for Simmons, almost 82 games for Magic and LeBron. Yeah. LeBron James 20 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Magic Johnson 18 points, 7 assists, almost 8 rebounds. Ben Simmons, 18 points, 8 assists, almost 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
So it's pretty comparable, and it's just to show you.
And he was being compared to these players going into the draft, into the league. Coming into the league.
And just to show you that this guy is sort of living up to the hype, right? The hype of the big guy who can do it all, the athletic guy with vision. And you know, Philly has got themselves quite the player, I think.
No, I think so.
Ben.
And just to touch on one more point, Vegas had his triple-double odds at 0.5? 0.5 to get a triple-double, and he already has 2 triple-doubles in the season. And he's the first rookie to get a triple-double in his first 4 games since
Hambone. So. Interesting triple-double stats.
I think he'll be close, his numbers will stay close to the triple-double average in my opinion. I think he can do what Westbrook might have done.
They will. I think there will be games, and keep in mind, I don't think Embiid will play the whole season. I think there will be games where he's going to have to bump up his scoring a bit, and maybe the assists will go down a little bit. So maybe throughout the course of the season, he won't be a triple-double type of player. But as long as Embiid's on the court, and Covington is shooting well, and Redick is shooting well, and who knows about Fultz, he's going to be around there within 1.
And I think Simmons will easily be an Eastern Conference All-Star this season, given that the conference is so weak and Gordon Hayward also being out, so opens up spots. And the way he's been playing, he's gonna be in there for sure.
I just think it's so exciting that he's playing like this. I've been following his career for quite a while now, really, since I heard him
LSU fan.
in high school. I was an LSU football fan, and he can play for the basketball team.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. And Philly fans, congratulations, you got yourself quite the player. And maybe, who knows, maybe those years of tanking were worth it.
Yeah.
Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's a bit of a shorter video, but still jam-packed with NBA content.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments below about Ben Simmons and how he's been playing. What do you think his future is going to look like?
Alright guys, this was Voice from the Bleachers.
If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe.
Tell your friends, tell your family.
Tell your family. We'll be back with another video soon.
Thank you.
See you guys.